To the campaign trail now, and tonight we're breaking down two key ridings that were won by rookie Liberal candidates back in 2013. More than a dozen first-timers were elected for the party that year as they rolled into an easy victory. But if the Liberals want another majority government, they're going to have to hold on to as many as they can. First up is Paul Withers with a look at the race for Cole Harbour, Portland Hills.
Cole Harbour, Portland Valley was the most dramatic race in the last election when Liberal Tony Ince scored an upset win over NDP Premier Darrell Dexter by just 21 votes.
Faithfully perform the duties of
the win catapulted Tony Ince into cabinet, but 3.5 years later, he has a government record to sell and defend.
Yes, there's a lot of people that are unhappy. You know what? It's not a perfect world. Not everybody is going to be happy, and there are some decisions that I frankly believe that we have made to put us on the right path for the future.
All of the main candidates in this bedroom community agree education and especially health care are the issues voters care about.
Some of them have doctors that are about to retire, so we have that issue. We have individuals also concerned with the fact that what they hear about the healthcare system and people waiting and so on. What I try to assure people is that you've got a government now that is listening, that is moving towards correcting those things that are long-standing issues.
But the Liberals promised everyone a family doctor last time, and Ince's opponents are pushing the issue too.
People who don't have a doctor are seniors who had their doctors, coming up in age, and the time when they need them the most, that's when their doctor retires and they go back to the bottom of the queue.
I've heard in some cases people with a doctor that's pushing 80, that's terrified to retire, and it's a major concern for a lot of people.
Their parties are all promising to spend tens of millions of dollars on health care and recruiting family doctors who will voters here trust.
Hey, Andre Kane, applying to be your MLA for Portland.
Andre Kane hopes they are ready to come back to the NDP, which won 5 elections in a row here before their metro rout.
Well, the message was sent in 2013, as you alluded to, and so now we're looking forward. So you can only send a message so many times. We got that message.
On May 30th, I'm asking for your vote.
Tory Chris Mott has the farthest to go. The party got just 18% of the vote last time. He comes from a long line of progressive conservatives in the area, and he says he's in this race.
I grew up in Cole Harbour. I've been here my whole life. My family's been involved in the community quite a bit, so there's a lot of recognition. People know me. They know what I stand for, and they know that my main focus is Cole Harbour, Portland Valley.
Tony Ince was part of a breakthrough, but now he and more than a dozen other rookie Liberal MLAs in Metro are out to prove it was no fluke. Paul Withers, CBC News, Cole Harbour.
All right, from Cole Harbour, Portland Valley to Cape Breton now, where a similar battle is brewing in the riding of Victoria the Lakes. Liberal Pam Eiking won the riding by about 300 votes last time around, and it's expected to be another close race this year. Here's the CBC's Gary Mansfield with more.
And what I'm hearing at the doors is that people like the way our premier's governed this province, that he stuck through with his commitment to balance the budget.
Pam Eiking won this seat by a slim margin back in 2013. She says people are happy with the Liberals' platform and feels confident about her work in the riding.
I would hope that my electorate would recognize that, the work that I've done. They asked me to go forth and help improve the infrastructure, help build the economy in this riding, and I think we've done a really great job.
I think the biggest concern is the same that everybody's hearing. There are a number of them: the infrastructure, our highways, the healthcare system, or lack thereof, and the things that are happening in education.
Keith Bain lost by about 300 votes in the last election, but says he feels the tide is turning because people here are upset with the Liberals.
I know there are some people that are unhappy with the way the McNeil government is doing things, that have voted Liberal before, that say they're going to turn my way this time.
People are eager for change.
Why is that?
Because the last 3.5 years haven't been pretty.
Lisa Bond is running for the NDP. The first-time candidate and full-time mom says her family is like many others in the area. They don't have a family doctor.
I want everybody to have access to primary care. Complete access, easy access, that you don't have to drive an hour and a half, that you don't have to wait 4 weeks for an appointment, that you don't have to wait 12 hours in an emergency room. That would be my personal first priority.
In the final days of the campaign, there should be plenty of door knocking to come, as Victoria the Lakes is shaping up to be another tight race. Gary Mansfield, CBC News, Eskazoni.
In both of those ridings, the Green Party has fielded candidates. In fact, they have candidates running in 35 ridings across the province this time around. And leader Thomas Trappenberg says his party is offering real change.
A lot of voters are very discouraged by our political system, and I guess this everywhere. You know, to our south, they had a very surprising election, and people are waking up here too. They just don't want the same old. And I think they know more about now about the Green Party. I think we set some good examples, and so I'm getting actually quite good feedback.